Hello and welcome here on Saturday, November the 16th. No Whopper today. I thought about it, but then I was like, maybe I'll wait until my next paycheck to try the barbecue. I mean, hopefully they're not out by then. That's a problem I've had with some of the other places in town, is that, like when the Mexican pizza came back, like it disappeared completely from from Taco Bell. They ran out. I believe it was the Grimace Shake from McDonald's. They were like out within a couple days. So I feel like maybe the fried pickle burger and the Mexican street corn were the ones that people were maybe, I don't know, like I said, maple bourbon just kind of sounds like, I mean, I feel like I've had that kind of a burger before other places. So maybe they won't run out. That's my only concern, is that like they're gonna run out and not get any more, and then it's like, of the stuff to the sauce or whatever. I don't know, and I'm not gonna get a chance to try it. But like I said, I don't know. I don't know if that was the one that I was the most excited about anyway. So instead, I had mashed potatoes. When I was awake at some point this morning? Afternoon? I don't know. I remember it was like 1 a.m. and I was watching some creepy stuff on YouTube. Or maybe just a creepy video on YouTube. Because I'm out of my creepy shows. Well, creepy. It was Agatha All Along and Grotesquerie. And neither one of them were necessarily actually all that creepy. It wasn't like the show that I watched before that. It's called Marianne. It's is it a French show? I don't know. I can't remember exactly, but that show is creepy. That show, if you're looking for a good horror show, Marianne. I assume maybe it's still on Netflix. And for the love of God, even if you hate reading, I don't care. Watch it with subtitles in its original form, because I accidentally watched it with the English dub for like a few minutes. It's so fucking over the top and fucking ridiculous. And I'm like, it's like a fucking, like the bad anime dubs. Like that's what it felt like they were doing in the English dub of the show. Don't watch it like that. I cannot imagine it being the same experience watching it with the English dub, because it was just so over the top and ridiculous. I'm like, no. So, even if you hate reading, I don't care. Watch it with subtitles in its original form, because that probably, I assume, was best. Because, yeah, the dub was shit, was fucking stupid. At least what I saw of it the first couple minutes. Like, just ridiculously over the top, and I'm like, who did you hire for this, and why? And fire them and redo it. It's like, I don't care if it's already done and on Netflix. Fire them and redo it. But yeah, so I was watching creepy stuff on the YouTubers. And I was awake at some point to eat potatoes. I don't know when. And then I fell asleep again. I don't know. I managed to watch this week's episode of Ghosts, the sitcom, not anything creepy. So that's about all the important stuff that I've watched. I watched another video of Lucas Cruikshank, otherwise known as Fred. Like, if you told me back when Fred was a thing that I'd someday be watching this guy's videos, I wouldn't have believed you. But yeah, him and his brother went to some, it's in Nebraska. There's only 4 locations. It's a King Kong burger. It's like a King Kong fast food restaurant. So, like I said, there's 3 of them are in Omaha. One of them is right across from the zoo. Like, I've been to the zoo. That's what I was thinking today. I'm like, man, I've been. That's what I first thought. I'm like, man, I've been to Omaha twice. No, I haven't. I was at Omaha once, and then in the hospital the second time. No, technically, I figured out I was home, because that's when I was supposed to go to Omaha, but had the blood clots instead. Lovely trade-off. Super enjoyed it. Thank you so much. But yeah, I watched that, the King Kong burger video. There's 3 in Omaha and 1 in Lincoln, so they're all like in Nebraska somewhere. Well, I mean, 3 of them are in the same fucking city, so yeah. And I looked it up just out of curiosity. Lincoln is like an hour away from Omaha, because I feel like I invited Kaylee and her husband Jeremy to come for a visit if they wanted to that first time we were in Omaha, before they had any children in tow. So that would have been a lot easier for them, and now they have 2, so they probably really won't make it if I ever get back to Omaha someday. I missed out on the Museum of Shadows, though I don't think, Mara Lee didn't seem that impressed with it. She said it was kind of a tourist trap kind of thing, so... but, you know, still wouldn't mind going someday. So, but if I ever go back to Omaha with them, they probably wouldn't want to do it again. It was probably an expensive, I don't know. I can't remember exactly how much it was to get in, but... so, maybe that's a trip someday Gail, Angela, and I will have to do. Let's go to the Museum of Shadows. I don't know if they really... I mean, they go to Kansas City a lot, I think. Somewhere. Maybe? Sometime. I don't know. But future endeavors. It's just like, I was watching a video on Japan, a couple of videos on Japan, and, Sean and I have always talked about doing Japan someday. Though I don't know, there's like... I'd like to go to Japan, but also he mentioned there's some cruise that, like, it's like a European cruise or something, where you get off on the different... You get out at the different European countries, and I think it's like a Viking cruise or something. So that also sounds interesting. Like, I want to do it all. I want to travel the world. That'd be great. But that'd be expensive, and that's why I don't do it. It would be nice. It would be nice, but... oh well. So that's basically been my weekend, is watching a bunch of random bullshit and sleeping. I mean, what else did you expect? Nothing. Nothing, because I have no plans. I might be doing... I was just looking up... Mike messaged me today and asked if I was available next weekend, because I guess it's Pokemon GO Wild Area Global event, and I've been thinking about getting that ticket, but I was just looking up. I don't necessarily know that there's anything interesting to pay $12 for a ticket for. I mean, the new Pokemon, instead of being in the wild like it should be, you gotta hatch it from a fucking 10K egg. And then again, you're not fucking guaranteed to fucking get the new Pokemon at fucking all, because that's happened to people before. They've hatched like 20 eggs and haven't got the new Pokemon out of it. So, I kind of feel like the game can go fuck itself at this point. So, I'm just kind of annoyed and bored with it, because it's like, that's what I was thinking. I'm like, there hasn't been anything new in raids for a while that I can think of. Because this Pokemon GO Wild event, they're re-releasing Pokemon that they've already had. And it's like, why? I mean, I guess some people might have missed out on them, so, But as far as somebody who's been playing the game since it started and has never taken a break, which sometimes I think I should. Sometimes I think I should take a break from Pokemon GO. And, just so that by the time I come back, there's actually something to do. Instead of, like, basically already having everything except for, some, regionals or things you gotta fucking hatch out of fucking eggs. because you're not fucking guaranteed to get the thing out of the eggs. Which there's something it's only on there every once in a while. I see a little shadow on the 10K eggs, which means it's something you haven't hatched yet. It's a Pokemon you don't have yet. So it's only on there every once in a while, and then I hatch the 10K egg, and it's bullshit I already have, like every single fucking time. I was like, sometimes what they will do though is like later on, because I've seen that happen too. They'll have like for some event they will have it in the wild. So technically, I guess hatching it out of eggs isn't necessarily the only way to get it. You just may have to wait a while for them to, put it in an event or have a community day for it or something. So, so patience is sometimes a virtue with the game, but it's like, it'd be nice if it was in the wild and I had something to do. Just saying. Of course, then it's like you catch them and then it's like done, because they only release like one new Pokemon at a time now, or a couple, and then it's like you catch those and then it's like, well, okay, I'm done again. So that's what I'm saying. Maybe take a break from the game and come back when there's more stuff to do, or actually stuff to do. But anyway, so I don't know if I'll be, because Mike was talking about going out and walking around, or going and doing some Pokemon and trying to find some shinies, I guess, which basically is the only real draw. But it's like, why do I want to pay $12 just to maybe find some shinies? I don't necessarily know that I do, if that's really all there is to it. I'm not clear on if you get access to, there's like, what do you call it, like tasks or whatever, research, you either get like Rockstar Pikachu or Popstar Pikachu, because last time they were out, you could only get one or the other, and this time you can only get one or the other. So it's like, once again, instead of having them like in the wild, even if you have to pay the $12 for the ticket to have them in the wild, you can only have one or the other. And now you have to pay again a $12 ticket to get one or the other. So that's where my go fuck yourselfness comes with Pokemon Go. And now that I'm off that soapbox, let me answer a question. Describe the condition of your bedroom right now. Well, you've seen it. It hasn't changed. I'm plugged into the wall right now. I mean, I don't make my bed. What's the fucking point? I'm just gonna get back in it again anyway. And actually, I barely do, because it's like I fall asleep here on the couch more so than I actually use my own bed, even though it's been the weekend and I could have went and laid down in bed. I don't. I fall asleep on the couch, and that's where I sleep, basically, right here in my studio. I might call it studio, because it's like where I'm making the video right now. Like, what you see behind me is basically where I sleep. I'm just gonna like drooling all over myself, the loveliness. So I never make my bed, because I'm like, I'm just going to get back in it anyway. What's the fucking point? The fitted sheet doesn't fit very well, and every once in a while it'll pop off as, because I guess I roll around a lot when I sleep, like from, one side to the other, blah, blah, blah. So, yeah. And I did at least put away my laundry yesterday. So I hung up my clean laundry, so I was able to get my laundry up off the floor that's in a pile and put it in the hamper. But there's still boxes. There's still, I showed it off last time when I had the house, and I would make videos in my chair, and I had the Red Lobster balloon behind me. The Red Lobster balloon is actually in there in my bedroom, just sitting there, not hanging on anything. I don't really have anything to hang it from, you know. So the state of my bedroom is just like everywhere else in the house, a pile of shit that I don't know what to do with. it's there's boxes stacked up that I've never dealt with. I think some of them have comic books in them, maybe. I might have more movies in there. I don't know. I think I figured out the linchpin, at least of doing something in here and getting something accomplished, is to maybe get a new thing for my TV. Because I have the, well, I guess the only thing that's over there on, let me just show you. The only thing that's over there besides my, you know, Planeteers and dollies and all that sort of thing. It's sitting, my DVD VCR burner, well, and my Switch and my wireless, is this DVD VCR player sitting on top of a bunch of, VHS cabinets that are full of VHSs. So if I get something to set my TV on instead of this thing, up underneath there is a bunch of old video games and stuff. But see, I also have my VHS player, or my Blu-ray, 3D Blu-ray player that might have some 3D glasses that I've taken from the theater for someday if I ever do get a 3D, TV, which would be nice, I guess, to watch all my 3D Blu-rays that I've bought over the years. But yeah, like getting something to set the TV on, so that way I can set the Blu-ray player and the VHS/DVD player on, and then get rid of all of those VHS cabinets, and finally put together over here, if you can see it right there, it's here somewhere, I know it is, go the other way, thank you, right there is a bookshelf that I have never put together, because I wasn't really sure which I wanted to do. More movies, actually sitting over there is the chair that I used to sit in over at the house when I would do my videos, and now it's just full of a pile of shit that I don't want to deal with. So, like, I don't necessarily know what to do. I guess it's a bunch of probably old mail that I could probably go through, and actually all of my decorations are sitting in that chair too, buried, the stuff that I put in the windows and stuff for the different holidays. So what the chair just looked like is what my bedroom basically looks like. A pile of this, a pile of that. And my old computer chair is sitting in there, which I guess I don't really need that, but I guess it's another chair for, Mom is the only person who ever comes over. Sean every once in a while, like if he needs to spend the night before we leave for a trip or whatever. But yeah, I don't really have, like, guests very often. So it's like, I mean, the only people in this house basically are me and Minxie. So it's like, I don't know. Like, I'll get to it someday. I always say someday. And that day will never come. Will never come. Let's be honest. I'm honest. It's like, I mean, I have plans, I have thoughts, I have things that I want to do, but actually doing them, I'm like, ugh. No. Like, no thanks. But yeah, so if I could get something to put my DVD VCR player on underneath the TV, some little, thing, and then get rid of those VHS cabinets, put together the bookshelf, put it over there, put some movies on it or whatever. I mean, I had way more. I thought I only needed one bookshelf for my movies. And there's still plenty of movies. I'm like, what happened? I did not expect that, because I thought it's like, oh, I'll put my movies on this bookshelf and then display stuff in front of it. Like, that will kill two birds, one stone. But then it was like, I had so many fucking movies, I had to fill up the other bookshelf with movies. And then I still have more movies. So I'm like, what the fuck? I don't know. Because I've thought about moving that chair into the guest bedroom and maybe doing my videos from in there. at some point. Maybe find some place to, you know, hang the Red Lobster balloon behind myself somewhere again. But and putting more bookshelves over in that corner for displaying things, and maybe at least move the mess into, like, you know, the guest bedroom, maybe. Of course, the guest bedroom is already a mess. There's already shit piled up. I could probably make it look better, because I don't know why people helped me move in here, and instead of stacking boxes on top of other boxes, for some reason they just, like, set them all over the floor. And I'm like, I mean, there's plenty of airspace. You can stack that shit to the ceiling. Like, I don't care. But instead, everything just kind of got tossed into a pile, and that's where it's stayed since I moved in. And it's like, I could probably make that look a lot better. And make this look a lot better by moving more stuff in there. You know, at least the livable areas, like, you know, the front room and the kitchen. My life's a mess, and it's just going to stay that way. Sorry. That's just the way that it is. Oh, excuse me. Goodness. Did I just hit puberty? I had like a burp and a bubble came up at the same time. Some kind of air bubble or something. I don't know. So, I don't... That was weird. This is my inner demons trying to escape, maybe. I don't know. But yeah, it's like, especially right now, working 2 jobs. Even when I worked 1 job, like, it's like, I work 40 hours a week. I don't want to come home and do more work. Like, it's exhausting. But especially right now, working like 60-ish hours a week, you know, between the 2 jobs. 40 at the full-time job and 20 at the part-time job. Like, I definitely don't have any energy left for much of anything else, or any, like, you know, I just want to come home for the day, put on pants, or take my pants off and give up for the day, you know. But so a roundabout way of saying my room is just as messy as it was. How do they put it? There's one thing, like, a way to describe my place is, there seems to have been a struggle, something like that. Which, yeah, that's kind of the way it is. Oh well. So, of course, Christmas is coming, and I'm just gonna have, people are gonna give me things, and then I'm gonna have more things to pile on top of the things they gave me the last 2 or 3 years that I haven't dealt with. That's behind the. I mean, I don't even have room left behind the couch, like, to put anything. I don't know. But anyway, so yes, it's trashed, like everything else. It's just trashed. So that's the way it be. But anyway, that was a very long video for a very short answer. But that's it. And I didn't accidentally watch Gail's video today, so I knew what the question was. It just hit me in the face. But anyway, I'm going to maybe make myself... Now I'm thinking about more like the cheesy potato casserole, but I'm like, I just kind of had potatoes for... I guess I could make a pizza. I could make a pizza instead, since I kind of had potatoes for lunch. I don't know. Cheesy potatoes sound pretty good. Cheesy potato bake, Marie Calendar thing. But anyway, I'm going to maybe figure out if I'm going to eat something. And get this uploaded. So I will see you for when I see you.